We love hip hop.
Haji Basto versus K Money. You know what I want to play for y'all? Let me pull this up. Yeah, there's been actually let's stay on that. Haji Basto and K Money have been having a back and forth. Okay, I'm gonna delve into some dirty, mucky territories, into these Toronto streets. All right. So for the people outside of Toronto, welcome. For the people here in Toronto, I know. There's been an ongoing issue I've been seeing with K Money and Haji Basto. Okay, K Money, for the people who don't know, he's the one who came out with that song back in 2018. Come outside, you niggas never gang bang, you don't come outside, right? 20 million plus views on YouTube. Like, you might have heard of it. It's a little tune. All right. I'm going a little bit back in history because this beef has been going on for a while. And I'm not saying a while like a long time. I'm saying a few days. Yeah, let's stop right here. So apparently Haji Basto and K Money diss each other back and forth on IG Live. This is from 6 days ago, so I think this might be at the root of it. K Money just now got off of parole. He's home now. He's been trending on YouTube with numerous music videos. He's got a song out right now. His first song by himself is trended. The second song he dropped was with YG dropped with him, Pressa, and Burner Bands. That's going crazy right now. And he has a song that's out with Casper right now, his brother. That's going crazy. So as soon as he touched road, he went crazy. So let's see what's going on.
You're a pop.
Know yourself. Know yourself. You are a goof.
Did you see what you got knocked for?
You can never
got knocked
you
for.
You
You
cannot
goof.
talk to me. You're a goof.
You
Where's
see what
Popsy?
you got
Where's
knocked for?
Popsy?
You goof.
Where's AM? Where's Popsy? Where's AM? Where's Popsy? Where's AM? You goof. Tell me.
Where's
right
Bonnet?
now? Tell me right now. Yeah,
Where's
you're
Bonnet?
a goof. Talk
No,
your
get
mouth.
back on the tones
You
yet.
are a waste.
No,
You.
get back in
Know
the tones
yourself.
yet.
Know yourself. Show me.
Big
show
salute,
me
Chris
your
Gray.
watch. Stop showing me your change.
Oh, by the way, and listen, salute to all the Toronto rappers that I be talking about on some of these lives. And this happens down south as well in the US. One time when guys are getting at each other, one of the things that has to happen is mans are like, no, your ice is not as icy. Well, there's nothing here. Your ice is not as icy as mine. You have a Patek. I got a Rollie. I got a Cartier. It's more than just, you're trash. Your hood is trash. Ride for your guys. Those are some of the, you have to check off all of those check boxes. But you also need to also make sure to, I got more jewelry than you. You need to go to Kalani, get your shit up.
Kalani watch.
Gang.
Stop
When
showing
are
me
you
your
gonna
chain.
go
See, he's a Kalani gang.
check Kalani?
Stop showing me
Yo,
your
when
chain.
are you gonna go check
Stop.
Kalani?
I called it. I told you.
Showing me your chain.
When are you gonna
Stop
go check
showing me your
Kalani?
chain.
That's your big dog
Stop
fucking
showing me your
chain, kid.
chain.
When
Stop
are you gonna
showing me
go
your
check
ice. You are-
Kalani? You're a pop.
Stop
fucking
showing me
chain,
your
kid.
chain.
When
Stop
are you gonna
showing
go
me your
check
ice. You are a
Kalani
goof.
yourself?
Jesus.
I'm smoking on Popsy tonight. I'm smoking.
And then you can move on to who's being smoked on. Okay. Whew. Yeah. You should put on. Hold on. We love hip hop. You should put artist on. You'd be the Godfather of Toronto, because ain't no talent out here that much. I did interview K Money. Okay, right now, as of today, I think I have the only podcast interview with him. Also, big salute to T.TV for this post right here.
Look at Popsy tonight.
I'm smoking
Yo,
on
wallahi, this
fucking
kid is the
bonnet.
biggest nerd.
Why are you adding
Yo,
another
wallahi,
And now, next man pops in.
guy that
wallahi,
this guy
you're the
never got
biggest
back?
nerd, kid.
Why are you adding
Yo,
two
kid,
punches
wallahi,
when he never
you're
got
a
back
nerd.
for Popsy either?
Yo, you're a nerd.
He never got back for Popsy.
Yo, you remember
Don't
when I
tell
used
me
to
about
do
He
the
it.
never got
yo?
back for AM
Yo.
either.
Yo, whoever typed that up, they covered that up quick.
You remember how you used to be scared of me in drill?
Yo, free my dog, no, bitch.
You
are
fucking
a weak
you're a kid. Did you
Free
see
my
you got
dog,
knocked for
no,
it?
You are a
bitch.
weak.
Kid, did you see you got knocked for? You fucking.
So this happens. I actually was there in real time when this was happening, you know, on one of my many accounts. And I was like, ugh, I don't know how this is gonna end up. Okay. Haji Basto chose Keezy. Haji Basto's out here. He's been busy. This is the last post. K Money goes on a rant on his stories, and this is Haji Basto. So here we go. Nigga used to have a whole 30-minute IG live session talking about me when I was on parole and could defend myself. I guess he wanted to say couldn't defend myself. Or say anything back. Now niggas is crying every day on their stories. If a bunch of little kids talking off my dead big bro all effing day, every song, I'm crashing. I don't give a F. I've crashed for less. Go crash out already. We're waiting. Niggas, oh my God, there's so much. Niggas dropped beside me at the same time like they're sick and didn't even trend. What happened, Crow? Oh my God, this is a lot. And I guess now he's showing Haji Basto's video views compared to his. Okay, this is where it always roots back to in the end of the day, because these two gentlemen, and just for the people outside, they come from complete different ends of the city. Right? Like K Money is from downtown, Haji Basto's from Rexdale, and that's like far west. You know, it's actually hard to get down from via public transit to get down from Rexdale over to downtown. Okay, and vice versa. So these guys are not linking up on road and stuff like that. In the end of the day, this does help the visibility, but I don't think it's necessary. Okay, and if I can give some advice to both of these gentlemen here, because I know that, you know, the drill music scene is something that has created a lot of attention for a lot of rappers out here, and beefing has an economy to it, let's say. Okay, guys going back and forth online, guys making songs about each other's dead friends and all that. That has become a trend to the point where it has made some people a lot of money. It has gotten people visibility. It's given people careers. There's a whole drill scene that is sparked, and that whole drill scene is basically, you know, man, just shitting on each other's dead friends for the most part. Let me pull up something here. I did a tweet or an X. I X'd or tweeted not too long ago. And I said this. All right. Let me pull it up here. Message to the drill rappers. There's a new wave starting, and y'all gonna look lame about 4 months from now, maybe sooner. All right. And the reason that I don't know, that I was inspired to say that thought sparked into my mind is based on a video that I was watching. Let me see if I could pull it up. It's probably in my history. Because in this video, it was just showing the short shelf life of the whole drill rapper and how most of them end up in jail. Like, keep in mind, K Money just came home. Okay, so when it comes to something like this, let's pull this up here. Drill. Okay, here we go. Sad rise and the rise and sad downfall of New York drill.
New York drill blew up in 2019 and started taking over the industry. For a few years, it looked like the city might take over the rap game again. But then everything started falling apart. Today we're breaking down the huge arrests, brutal murders, and gang wars that destroyed New York drill. The rap game was way different back in the early 2010s.
Let's go to some of these guys here, because they break down like some of these guys from the early times.
But even though New York drill had been around since at least 2012, nobody had really pushed it into the mainstream yet. But then in 2019, that all changed. Pop Smoke kicked down the doors and put New York drill on the map in 2019 when he dropped his track, Welcome to the Party. By that point, there were already a few rappers in New York making drill on UK drill beats. But Pop linked up with the best UK drill producer in the game, 808 Mello. 808's compilation album, Jack Boys, which helped A-style beats that sounded like what had been coming out of London. But then rappers from the Bronx came in with a totally different sound. Polo Rell was the first Bronx drill rapper who was getting some buzz on his name. But the next wave took him to a whole new level.
Remember this guy?
Rappers like Dougie B, K-Flock, Ron Suno, and Shy K all started dropping music around 2019 and 2020. They had a different style than drill rappers from Brooklyn. And a lot of producers in the Bronx were using beats that sample famous pop songs like Everything by Mary J. Blige. The sound.
But okay, this is all him building the whole story about all these guys having their sound and all that. But then by the time it gets to about this point of the video here, let's say probably a little bit before this is like 22 minutes in.
Most of the tracks didn't even hit 1 million streams.
Okay, so let's go to the downfall.
It was a tough situation because hopping in the booth was the only legit way a lot of the dudes coming up could make real money instead of hustling in the trenches. But at the same time, people thought the music was making the violence in New York even worse. Fabio Foreign and some other drill rappers actually had a meeting with the mayor, Eric Adams, about the ban. And eventually the mayor decided to back down. But drill rappers still had some other problems in the city. Back in 2019, New York asked Rolling Loud to take drill rappers out of the lineup because they were worried that something could pop off. So
sound familiar?
Rolling Loud removed Casanova, Pop Smoke, Chef G, and 22 G's all from.
They removed all of these different artists from the Rolling Loud lineup. Okay, this is a few years ago, back in 2019, because of their music.
The lineup. Then in 2022, the same thing happened after cops forced Rolling Loud to take 22 G's, Shy K, and Ron Suno out as well. Some people
2 years ago.
People in power didn't want New York drill to take over the city because they thought it was making the violence worse. But the people who really destroyed the wave were the rappers who made it pop off. Drill fans loved how real the music and the artists were. Rappers were dissing each other on IG Live, sliding into op territory, and then airing out all the street business on tracks. And most of them couldn't stay out of trouble with the cops. After Pop Smoke died, a lot of people thought Fabio Foreign could be the new face of Brooklyn drill. He was racking up millions of views on everything he dropped and started working with huge stars like Kanye. But even when he was in the spotlight, Fabio couldn't stop getting arrested. Back in 2020, he was booked on an assault charge for allegedly putting hands on his girlfriend. Then in 2021,
wow.
Fabio left his Benz running in a no parking zone and went inside a bank. When he came out, there was a cop there who wanted to see his license, but Fabio just walked away. More cops were called, and Fabio tried to run away on foot, but the cops caught up to him and found a pistol on him with a scratched off serial number. Fabio was booked in jail.
Okay, so Fabio Foreign, he didn't really pan out.
In the rap game, so that's why so many fans, when he was just 12 years old, he got booked for the first time when he was 15, and later caught a gun charge and spent 5 years on probation. Chef kept getting wrapped up in new cases, but at the same time wanted to change how he was moving, and that's when he hopped in the booth and dropped his track, No Suburban.
Okay, Chef G ended up locked up a bunch of times.
Sleepy Hollow ran up over 1 billion streams on Spotify off just 2 tracks, Die Young in 2055. Plus, he had other hits like Deep End Freestyle that made him one of the hottest rappers on TikTok and in the world. Fans were ready for Chef G to get out of jail and link back up with Sleepy Hollow in the booth. This is 6 years in prison. When Coach got out, the Brooklyn drill wave was taking over the world, and some of his ops were the biggest rappers in the scene. Coach was mainly beefing with Fabio Foreign, and they would diss each other in songs and on social media. Then in 2020,
Sound familiar?
Coach the Ghost dropped his track Hit List, where he not only dissed Fabio, he also dissed Pop Smoke, who had just died a few months before. On the song, Coach rapped, I was searching and looking for Fabio. Fuck around and got Addy on Guapo. Yeah, he's still complaining that he's still trying to be famous, but bullets don't care if you hot, bro. Baby, you should take heat. That's the silly sounds of Jay Guapo. We don't gotta kill him. We could just rob him and drill him.
We could just rob him and drill him.
Not, bro. Remove the sheet.
That's how they're saying it. Maybe you should eat. You should just rob him and kill him. That's how they're saying it.
From his nachos. Psych, we knocked the meat out of his taco. And if you get money,
psych, we knocked the meat out of his taco.
Then why you condoning the same
shit
that got
rapper.
Pop smoked? The song blew up, mainly because Coach the Ghost was dissing two of the biggest names in Brooklyn drill. He was mostly going after 5-0, but also took a shot at Pop Smoke for getting killed by trying to act tougher than he really was. At the time, no one knew exactly what had happened to Pop Smoke, so a lot of people still assumed he was killed by ops from New York. Gucci Mane ended up seeing the video for Hit List. Gucci posted it to his social media and told all his fans to put him in touch with Coach the Ghost because he wanted to sign him. Coach later posted photos of himself wearing the 1017 chain, showing that he actually linked up with Gucci and signed the deal. 1017 was going on a major run at the time.
This guy was ready to sign with Gucci Mane.
Had big artists like Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano doing crazy numbers. So fans thought Coach the Ghost might be the next big drill rapper to come out of Brooklyn and take the sound to a whole new level.
Wait for
Coach fell off pretty much as quickly as he blew up. When 1017 released a new mixtape with all the new artists on the label, Coach wasn't on it. Coach later revealed that he signed directly to Atlantic instead of working with 1017, but he was still on good terms with Gucci. No one knows what really happened, but according to rumors, Gucci didn't realize that Coach had dissed Pop Smoke on Hit List, but wasn't tapped into gang politics in New York. It probably wasn't a good look for Gucci to sign a new artist who had just dissed a well-loved rapper who had just been killed. So,
I guess that didn't work out for you then, buddy.
Down the street. It's not clear what happened next, but Flock.
Hold on. K-Flock. Let's get the K-Flock.
Down the street. And was on his way to hitting the mainstream. But then he allegedly caught a body after DOA fell out with the OYs and OGs. Back in December 2021, K-Flock was walking past a barbershop when an alleged OY affiliate came out and started following K-Flock down the street. It's not clear what happened next, but Flock allegedly upped his strap and killed a dude named Walker right there. Fans were hoping that K-Flock was going to beat the case, and rumors were saying he would be home in March 2023. Flock had been locked up for a while, but his name was still buzzing in the industry, and he could have kept up the momentum. For a second, it looked like K-Flock was going to be home and get right back to work, but then he got wrapped up in a crazy RICO case. The RICO named 8 members of Sev's side and Third side and accused K-Flock and his homies of turning the Bronx.
It's like one by one, just checking off the list.
Spaz wasn't just beefing with DOA on record though, and in 2020, he allegedly killed one of their members named James Rivera. Spaz got locked up over the situation, but Lee Drilly was still putting on for the crew in the rap game. Lee Drilly kept up the pressure on DOA with tracks like
I think you guys get the point. Let me just play the ending because he gives me a nice little ending here.
Die.
Pause.
Lala got put in the sky. Heard that little bitch got shot in her eye. Now a little bitch can go be with dumb.
Oh, this is they're talking. These are the Bronx Drills guys talking about a woman who got shot or I guess caught astray or maybe I don't know. I'm not wrapped up in their politics either.
On the track D&D,
I can only handle one set of cities politics at a time.
Shy K raps. It's a whole lot of ops I could smoke, but I'd rather just smoke on Delilah. And smoking dummy got me feeling different. Then might blow like TNT, that's D&D. Free bro, got booked for the knocker. Dummy, dumb bitch, you better move proper. Lila. Shy K dissed him again on the track, Right Now Part 2.
Jesus Christ, these guys are ruthless with it.
Most of the biggest names ended up in jail, dead, or just fell off. And now the hottest drill rapper in New York is Ice Spice. Some new crews like the Sweepers are running up decent numbers for underground rappers, but they're not hitting any numbers like the Stars of the Wave were doing between 2019 and 2022.
So let's stop there. Okay. Let's bring this back full circle. Because when it comes to this whole drill music, or not even just the drill music, just the guys going back and forth, man's beefing, there's going to be a shelf life to this type of stuff. And with these gentlemen, I'm sure they both dealt with their, well, I know K Money has dealt with his share of legal situations, as well as Haji Basto. Okay. The people, the fans out here are indulging in this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see like a crazy, their comment section over here on T-Dot is not super crazy. If I was to see this probably on like another page, like a Canadian Underground or a Six Sounds or something like that, they probably have way more people in the comments talking about just endorsing it. You know what I mean? But one thing that I do see these gentlemen having in common is that they do both make good music. All right. I see somebody, the realist says they're trash, but for their fan base, like, you gotta understand, K Money, for the longest time, even while he's been in jail, has had a crazy fan base. He's accumulated a lot of fans, and a lot of people listen to K Money's music. Okay, not just Come Outside, the other songs too. Okay, but when it comes to, you know, keeping these guys hot in the streets and stuff like that, especially them coming from the quote unquote drill rap scene of Toronto, I guess part of the whole thing is, okay, we're gonna go out at our ops publicly. I don't know what to tell these gentlemen. I can't tell them how to do their business. But I did say, like I said in the tweet, this, you know, in the next 4 months, people are going to be on to other shit. Okay? There's a shelf life when it comes to beefing and rap. And in the end of the day, the only people who actually really want that is a smaller percentage of the audience than the people that, you know, just appreciate good music. Yes, you're going to get a fan base that's in your face, that feels like, oh, these guys are really endorsing and helping the algorithm, helping push me up in the algorithm because of this beef. But I'll say for sure, for both of these gentlemen, before they were beefing, they were already getting numbers on YouTube. Haji Basto is already getting respectable numbers. He has videos that have over 100K views before he was beefing with K Money. And K Money, as soon as he came home, hit the ground running, dropping music videos that are doing crazy. They're trending before this beef popped off about 6 days ago. So what I would advise to both gentlemen, if they can, because I know mans have said enough to each other online where it comes to the point of no return. So, you know, you guys don't have to squash it, but just move on to something else, okay? Rather than continue going back and forward. All right? Move on to something else, like I'm going to do right now.
We love hip hop.